This Brickyard 400 is going to be a battle. Well over half the field is my rival. They're going to try to spin me out. More rivals than will make your head spin and will likely also make my car spin at least once during this race, meaning it is going to be one wild race like it was at Loudon. One of the wildest finishes I've ever had in NASCAR Heat 2. I suspect we'll have even more wild racing and possibly a wild finish here at the Brickyard. Let's see where I can qualify. For me personally, this is potentially my most important race on the NASCAR calendar. I really want to do well here, so I've really tried to put in a good lap in qualifying. I think I've pretty much done it. We'll see as we cross the line here. Where am I going to qualify? 25th. So usually I qualify about 40th in these races. We're right next to Danica Patrick, of course, a driver who has a lot of experience here as well. Kenseth is on the pole, Johnson alongside. Let's head over to PRN, who actually covers this race in real life, so this is going to be a very authentic experience as they get us started.
The Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series has pulled into Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 400. So much racing history has happened at this hallowed place. Last year, Kyle Busch made more as he became the first driver ever to sweep both the Xfinity and Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series races at Indy 2 years in a row. His Toyota has simply been unstoppable. So it's time to see if he can pull off a three-peat and kiss the bricks one more time.
Sounds like the mission is pretty simple. Beat Kyle Busch, and I just realized I'm not starting alongside Danica Patrick, so that was pretty stupid of me to say. We're underway, racing in Indianapolis, and we're already underneath Austin Dillon. A really good start, 3 wide into turn 1. This is not the Indy 500, this is the Brickyard 400. Just, really make some contact. Oh boy, we're wrecking in turn 1. I saved it. Suarez saved it. We're gonna keep going. David Reagan gives me a hit. We're 3 wide down the out of turn 2, gonna just completely bash into David Reagan. He's gonna try to put me into the Smithfield car of Eric Almirola. We're 3 wide down the back straightaway, bouncing off of the wall, bouncing off of each other, heading off into turn 3. Eric Almirola hanging tough on the outside. You're not Jimmy the Juggernaut. You can't do that. Only Jimmy can do that with a blown engine. And here we go around the outside, still not hanging tough out there. This is the Alexander Rossi line. No. And we took the Helio Castroneves line out of turn 4. Can I save it? No, I can't. Well, there you go. We almost made it a full lap. Almost made it a full lap. Yeah, we'll pit. Come in for tires, and I think everything else is pretty good. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I thought if I could have just made it through lap 1, I think we would have been all right. Just couldn't get single file. That's the problem. If I can get in line here, single file, I think we'll be all right. Of course, a lot of rivals back here in the back of the pack. This is where we have a lot of our wrecks. As you can see, Cody Ware not really particularly being nice to me already. As we head off into turn 1, now we've got to try to use a little bit of argy-bargy there through turn 2. Going to work the outside lane since Almirola could do it. Surely we can. Diving off the corner, just not going to take anything from Cody Ware. Knew he was going to come up into me, so I just came down into him. Preemptive striking right there. All the way down the back straightaway. He's starting to win the battle into turn 3 as we lift off. In qualifying is well over 200 miles an hour into turn 3 and turn 1. So a lot of speed in this old Nationwide Chevrolet. And I'm going to try to... Well, look at... Oh, I almost pulled that move off. I thought I was going to pull that move off going all the way 3 wide underneath Colwitt and Elliott Sadler. But look at this run down the main straightaway all the way underneath Timmy Hill and almost on the apron. Almost on the... Well, we're going to get on the apron because a not very talented Earnhardt is going to put me around. We finally get a yellow. Thankfully, no damage, so we can restart 36th, which is going to be pretty nice. And, yeah. So, yeah, I can't send it up the inside clearly on what is the majority of the field now, which is my rivals. And I'm still not starting on the inside, so we're going to get this Cody Ware nonsense. So he's going to try to get me going into turn 1, and we're just going to fight everybody. It's a one-nation army. You're going to get some bump drafting help from Mr. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Cody Ware going to almost pull up in front of me there, but pretty good through turn 2. Looks like a nice clean run off of the corner. Colwitt not particularly helping me out there, but we bully our way past him. 3 wide down to the inside, DJ Kennington, all the way to the inside underneath Joey Gase as well. And on the brakes I go. Car washed out just a little bit. I probably should have gotten on the brakes, but then again, I probably got it a little too deep behind Ty Dillon. Gonna drive all the way around the outside. Try to just keep away from DJ Kennington. And we do. Last time a Canadian won at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it was Jacques Villeneuve winning the 1995 Indy 500, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think Hinchcliffe has not won the Grand Prix, unless a Canadian won in one of the sports car races, which is certainly possible. I think that was the last time a Canadian has won a race, and Ty Dillon goes full kamikaze games on me. Somehow I saved it. DJ Kennington just died, and we're going to finish the stage in 38th position, so that was a quick stage, punctuated by many, many yellows. Looks like about half the field is going to come into the pits, so I think we will as well. Some of the back markers are not. Actually, you know what? Is the damage really that bad? We're not going to pit. We're going to try to make it to the end of the stage, because if I can get past these 2 cars out in front, I think we'll be in good shape. I've just got to get the jump here on Gase and Witt. Because I've made enough pit stops at this point that I'm somewhat confident of getting to the end of the stage. So, battling with Joey Gase down in turn 1. He turns me in front of the field. Kyle Busch is involved. Well, that didn't go as planned. We're backwards. Car's picking up off the ground. It finally gets settled down there. Yeah, that didn't work. Well, I tried. I really, really tried. I really, really tried. Joey Gase was just not going to have it. That's annoying. That's annoying. If I'd just gotten the hammer down a little bit better that time, I would have been all right. So we're going to run in behind Cole Witt here. And we've got 9 laps to go on the stage. So what I'm going to try to do this time is keep this stage green. Stage 1 was a complete wreck fest. I'm going to try and hope and pray if these guys kind of spread out a little bit. No, they're not going to. So I'm going to back all the way off. I'm going to try to get a run into the turn 3, get a run and the short chute, and kind of pass everybody down the straightaway. So I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to back off. Okay, now it's time to go. Well, I missed the entrance to turn 3. That's not going to help me very much. Alright, turn 4. Really going to nail this here. And off of the corner, get a big run on Jeffrey Earnhardt. Here we go. Leroy Jenkins. You can just see how much more speed my car has. All the way down the main straightaway. Backing off into turn 1. Cole Witt's going to go to the inside. I'm going to back off, let him through. Kind of hold up Joey Gase there as best I can, but it kind of washed out on me down the back or out on the entrance or exit to turn 2. Really just got to hold him off here. We're going to get rammed up the rear end by Mr. Earnhardt. Let Joey Gase in the line. Earnhardt going to go to the outside. We're going to stuff it in there, try to hold him off. Can't quite hold him off. We're going to fall all the way back to the back once again. But at the very least, the field is now spread out single file, so maybe, just maybe, I can get a good run off of turn 4. Hold on to it, thank you. Okay, so now the field is spread out to the point where I can feel somewhat confident in doing this. Around the outside of Joey Gase, you can just see how much more car I have. It's just, when they're double file like that, there's just nowhere to go, especially when they all hate you and want to kill you. Getting a nice run off of turn 2. Kind of almost turned myself off of Cole Witt there, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get a big toe off of Corey LaJoie down here in turn 3. Lift off early. Try to get a run through turn 3 on the throttle. Driving around the outside of Mr. LaJoie into the wall. I was trying to avoid making contact. Now we've gotten up to Ty Dillon. So really cutting through the field. You can clearly see how good the car is when it's hooked up and when I don't have to worry about getting run into. So 6 laps to go in the stage. Pretty short stages for a race that is 400 miles in length, but then again, it's a long track, so I guess it makes sense from that perspective. Now getting a good run off of Numa Numa. Gonna cut in line here, 3 wide down the back straightaway. And pass both Landon Castle and Numa Numa, 2:07 into turn number 3. Really, really fast for a stock car anyway. Doesn't quite match the 245s or whatever that the Indy cars can hit, but you know.
Hold your line.
And we're gonna dive up the inside, try to get a run onto Benedetto. Don't put me into the inside pit wall, please, sir.
Still there.
I really would appreciate that you don't do that. And we got to get around Danica as well.
That was a great
Finally
lap.
up to where we should be in terms of the
Stay on
pack.
bottom. Keep it right there.
Based on
Clear
my
line.
qualifying performance, Dibby's going to give me a bit of a shot there through turn 1, but we got around him. Now on the outside of the Bain train. Maybe. Not going to quite cut the mustard yet. Dive it up the inside of Trevor Bain. He got a little bit of a run down the inside. I'm going to try to side draft off of Bain. Suarez, who we
Right there.
made contact with early on. Bain's not going to give any room. I even lifted out for him, and he wrecked me.
Back her down.
Good grief. Well, I got 5 laps left to fuel. I'm not going to pit. We're going to go for it here. We need to be in the lead, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. With only 3 seconds of repairs, the worst that can possibly happen is the car is too loose on the restart, and that'll be that. So here we go. 2 laps to go on the stage. We're going to try to get a stage win here at Indianapolis, and the car very, very loose. Just got to hang on to it. Hang on to it for 2 laps. Here comes Kyle Busch. Uh-oh. Nope, not going to hang on to it. Kyle. Yeah, well. that was Truex and Busch from last year. That crash. Yeah, so when you have that arrow sign, don't try to stay out. It's a bad idea. Okay, well, we'll try this again in the final stage, really the final half of the race. Yeah, we'll just try to keep this green. I don't know how I'm going to keep it green, but we're going to try to keep it green. So that strategy from stage 2 was a good idea, as we got 15 to go. So just over the halfway mark in the race. Just kind of hang back here, take it easy. No real rush yet, just gotta wait for him to spread out. Big understeer through turn 2. I tried to kind of feather the throttle to get a good run, but it's not gonna really work out for me. I'm just trying to go all the way down to the grass to kind of avoid picking up any kind of a toe. I don't really want to get a big run here into turn 3. This is really not worthwhile, and we're going to get on the throttle now. A little bit of smoke up in front. Really prefer if the AI don't cause a yellow. That would be counterintuitive to my plan here, as we're going to get a good run off of turn 4. Yeah, I get it. 55 miles an hour in the pits, whatever.
Hold your line.
Okay, I need a draft now. I need to get around Gase before we get to turn 1. Got to send it.
Clear high.
I sent it, but it didn't quite work out. Just keep it in the groove there, David. Thank you. A little bit of contact with the outside wall. Going to drive it around the outside. Try to keep it away from Gase.
Carlo.
Didn't work out for me.
Alright.
Didn't work out for me. Dang. I mean, they just leave you absolutely no room. And we'll try to drive up through the field one more time. On the outside. Got to try to get around Gase this time. All the way. Almost got the right side tires out of the groove there. Here comes DJ Kennington all the way down to the bottom. He's using my line now. And we'll drive all the way underneath him. And hopefully Timmy Hill down here by turn 1. Which I managed to do. Hill doesn't give me a whole lot of room. He gave me more room than most of them have, though. So that's all right. Going to drive around the outside of Elliott Sadler. Who says Indy's a one-groove racetrack?
Clear low.
Not me. Now we got a big run on McDowell here. Give him a shove down into turn 1 or turn 3. Oh no, he's around. And he saves it. For now, Timmy Hill just died. That looked like Casey Kane's crash in, I think, the 04 race. Oh boy. Yeah. We'll come into the pits. Get 4 fresh ones at least. Get the car repaired. And just kind of hope and pray that I have enough fuel to make it to the end. Probably not. I would guess not.
Ready. The
we'll see. I'm going to hold off on the restart here. I got 10 laps of fuel. And the race, 9 laps. Okay. Game on. Game on. It's time to go. So, just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. Gonna be really, really patient on this restart. As patient as I can possibly be. I pretty much have to wait 2 laps. Maybe don't downshift, David. That would be a bad idea. Yeah, I've pretty much got to wait 2 laps. So I'm gonna get a gap here. This is so strange. This is so strange to literally wait for the AI to spread out so you can pass them. This is just a very strange weighted race, but this is the way I think we're going to have to work it. Okay, I've got to build up enough of a gap here. They're 3 wide down the main straightaway. Now I'm on the throttle. And now hopefully by the time I catch them, we'll be able to start passing some of them. I can already see all the gap I'm making up right now. Look at all the tire marks in turn 1. Good grief. Car got a little bit of push in it there in turn 2. But hey, you know what? The longer we have to wait to go up there through and try to pass people through the field, the more spread out they're going to be. So that's probably a good thing. Okay, here we go. The nerves start to build because this is going to be the charge right here. Charge. And so we're going to get a nice run on Earnhardt, nice run on Ware. Can I clear Gase by turn 1? That's going to be the real question. Side draft him down into turn 1. On the brakes, keep it on the apex. Thank you, David. You finally drove properly for the first time today. That was a good move. Let's do that a few more times, shall we?
Stay right there.
The outside of Witt, going to try to get around him. He actually gave me racing room on the exit. I cannot believe it. I am shocked by that.
Keep it right there. Car up top.
And really battling with DJ Kennington there into turn 3. Somehow managed to keep us both on the racetrack. Now going to battle for 30th with Sadler. He's going to push up on the exit of 4. I'm going to dive underneath the inside of him. Underneath the inside of him. Great commentary there, David. All right. So breaking up into the top 30 with 6 laps to go. We've got a comeback here, but it's certainly possible as I really run outside the groove there. Not very good through there. And now Landon Castle just out in front, getting a nice run on him. Are the AI going to need to pit? Can I win at the Brickyard? That is going to be the question. Big, huge run on Castle.
Easy. Hold your line.
And able to pass him despite a little bit of contact on the entry to the corner. Numa. We've had our battles with him in the past. Try to drive around the outside of him. And here come the pit stops. Just as I predicted. The pit stops are beginning. Danica Patrick, who's notorious at saving fuel at Indianapolis, running 5th. We dive around Danica. So now I got only a few cars to pass up here at the front, so this is exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed. Up to 5th place. 4 cars to pass, and 3 of them are just out in front. Somebody with a big lead is leading the pack right now. But it doesn't matter. The clean air that I needed so desperately with 5 laps to fuel. 4 laps to go in the race. Should be able to make it to the finish, but we'll see. On the throttle through turn 3. Waiting for everybody to come off into the pits because they should be coming off this time. 1 more car off into the pits, so not everybody coming into the pits. Larson and Harvick are into the pits. One of those drivers is a former winner here, Denny Hamlin. David Reagan just out in front. So we got 4 laps to go. So I lift off the throttle, just keep it down near the white line. Look at all this lap traffic that's going to be coming out of the pits with us. As Jeffrey Earnhardt nearly crashes on the warm-up lane coming out of the pits. Oh, I was very close out of turn 2 there. So leaders coming through lap traffic. Corey LaJoy, these are all the people I've already passed once. This is going to be fun. Oh, Suarez, heavy into the wall in turn 3. Big pile up there with Ryan Newman. And that is going to keep a lot of cars on the lead lap. Not sure. Did he lose a wheel? Did they not fasten those lug nuts properly? I don't know. Well, we're not going to be able to make it to the end of the race if there is a green-white checker, or there is a green-white checker. If there's another green-white checker, I should say. But it's Happy Harvick on the outside and us in the lead. Kyle Larson in behind, and we're racing at Indianapolis with 2 laps to go. Well, we will be able to make it one green-white checker if there is one, with 4 laps of fuel remaining, 2 laps to go in the race. And here comes Kevin Harvick. He's getting a run down through the short chute. I've got to get the car up to speed. Once I get it up to speed, I think I may be able to pull away from Harvick. But right now, we're a sitting duck, essentially, here in the lead as we're going to go down the back straightaway. Now, this may be the most exciting Daytona or Indy 500 finish ever. No, the Brickyard 400. I literally did the Rusty Wallace thing, called it the Daytona 500. That was stupid. But anyway, we've got Harvick looking to the inside, holding him off at the moment into turn 3. Well, we're going to have another fantastic finish, it looks like, in NASCAR Heat 2. Oh my God, this looks like an Indy 500 finish. Harvick all over the rear end of my car. Larson is involved in it. He's going to be trying to get Ganassi's second win here at the Brickyard in the Brickyard 400, and down to the inside of the track, right in front of Mr. Happy. And he's running an extremely low line trying to get underneath me, because if he can get underneath me, he's got the win. Harvick looking. We're just going to hold him off right now, trying so desperately. This is kind of like Ricky Rudd in 1997. Fuel strategy got him out in front, and nobody could catch him once he got out front. This is kind of a similar situation as we're going to try to hold off Harvick. He's still looking to the inside. Danica Patrick is in this. Oh, all right. Well, that's anticlimactic. We win the Brickyard 400. So an anticlimax is my victory. That was actually a really realistic Brickyard 400, let's be honest. A wreck fest, all sorts of silly things, and a fuel mileage win happens under yellow. And, yeah, that's pretty par for the course for the Brickyard 400, but yeah, definitely some silly guys up there, and gals, with Danica Patrick, who is cementing her place pretty handily in the chase after getting the win at Loudon, New Hampshire. So let's take a look at the moolah. It was probably a pretty rich race. I'm kind of happy with the payday, $500,000 almost to win, and with the Hendrick pay, it puts it well over $500,000 with the $14 million, almost $15 million payout for the season, or for the career, I guess you could say. And we're sat second in the points. So let's celebrate this Brickyard 400 victory. And it's the, wow, we actually have Crown Royal on the trophy. Cool. Don't remember if Crown Royal actually sponsored the race last year. Did they? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I don't think it was the Your Hero's Name Here 400. I think that was, I don't know. I don't remember. It's like some horribly long name this year, and I think it was some horribly long name for like the past 6 years. Anyway, well, yeah, we won at Indianapolis. I should be celebrating this, not nitpicking the name of the race. I don't care. It's the Brickyard. Let's go kiss the bricks. Wouldn't that be cool if they animated that? So one of the W's I definitely wanted for my career, I got Indianapolis, and we didn't complete the incentive contract. Oh, sorry, just got your Brickyard 400 win, whatever. And, uh-oh.
Wow, that was so close. Congrats on the amazing win.
Oh, it was a nice message from Michael McDowell. Well, Michael McDowell is happy that I won at Indianapolis, so thanks from a former Champ Car driver is always appreciated. Yeah, we're just going to do easy. We're just going to try to get it. Because Pocono is one of those races where you just don't know what's going to happen. It could end up like the Brickyard, where I get a fuel mileage win. I could drive my way to the front, or it will be an absolute stupid wreck fest. Also, I have 5 million fans. I guess people like wrecks in NASCAR. Go figure. So at 20 of 36 races complete, we are the points leader. And once again, we'll be heading into Pocono for the Pennsylvania 400. A similar track to Indianapolis. Can we get a similar result, or can someone like Danica Patrick win like she did at Loudon? That is for you to decide and find out in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Subscribe for more NASCAR Heat, NASCAR Motorsport, and all that content that you like so much. And we'll see you at Pocono.